Hi and welcome back. This next lesson we're going to be working in with collage and a drawing and working with the dark values again. It's important to get a feel for the variation of a dark value. When you're painting, there are a lot of times when you might just paint a dark value, just one dark value, when in reality there are a bunch of subtler values within one area. And it's nice, it just adds to the painting when you can get a variety of darks. And so this lesson, when we're going to be using the paper, it just helps you train your eye to see these differences within a dark value. So I hope you gain from that, that you gain from this lesson what it is I'm trying to show you. So let's go. Okay, I just wanted to show you my little pieces of collage so when you're collaging, save all these little scraps of paper, because you never know when, if you look through these, you just might find the perfect piece for whatever it is you're looking for, and you might not even know you're looking for that particular piece, but all of a sudden you find a piece that ends up being, the perfect piece for something. So yeah, go ahead and save all these scraps that you have, because you just never know when that perfect piece is going to show up. Okay, so I have copied a Zelda again. She's a 6x8 on some colored drawing paper, and I've used my homemade carbon paper again. This is charcoal and at this point pencil that I've scribbled on top, and I use that as transfer paper. Okay, so this is what I have chosen for my paper. I have 5 different values of black, and I have squinted at them, and this is the progression that I see. This one being the lightest, and then this one being the darkest. And they're just the back side of some other paper. So that's that. Then I decided to have a dark and the cool color with a lighter value of that, and then a warm dark with a lighter value of that. After some thought, let's see, I know I want to put these browns in here. It just makes it so much richer. I'm not sure yet about the blue. I'm going to work with these first in kind of this sort of layout here, and then I'll see if I can incorporate the blue, or if I even need to. Okay, so I have decided, I think, on this configuration here of her dress. I like these two kind of next to each other, because I did try it over here And for some reason, I think this is stronger, putting this here and then this one over here. I do like this tear, so I'm going to try to get that, keep that tear in there somehow. So that's what I'm up to now. Voila. Another value showing itself. Love that. And this is kind of something that happens and it works. I think it's going to work. I like having that other light value show through. So, yeah, I am going to keep that. I did, because I don't want it to look like suspenders. So, you know what? This thing happens and I love it. You've always got to work with your mistakes. All right, so then I put this piece in here, which was this crinkle paper, which I didn't realize, but it kind of stretched, but it's fine. It's pretty much what I wanted it to do anyway. So since I've gotten it this far, I now am going to contemplate the possibility of putting in this blue and seeing if it's something I want to do. And I'm looking to maybe put it over here on the shoulder, and I think it's going to enhance it. So I am going to go ahead and do that. And I got another one of these little triangle things going on here. And I think I'm just going to let it be for now. See, then I have this option to tear it with, get some white showing. Which maybe I'll give that a shot. We'll see. Okay, so I added a couple accent pieces. This here, and then this one here. I don't know if you can see it. It's the same color as this. I just felt that this piece needed some shape. And this one too, for that matter. So that's why I put that here. And I trimmed some of the white off, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Bring it up. Yeah. I'm just throwing around some ideas here for the hair. I think I have come to the decision that I don't want to throw any more blue up here. I think I'm okay with just leaving it down here. Oh gosh, I don't know. I will see. I think at first I thought I didn't want it up here, but gosh, just never know until these pieces here get put down, which is kind of ideas. I just got some ideas going on here. Of course, these aren't going to be the exact shapes, but just some general ideas. This one is already glued down, as we know, but so it's just kind of playing with thoughts. And it's hard to believe, but I only have these two pieces left. I really didn't start out with that much of this color, but anyway, so I'm going to continue to play around, and I'll let you know what I come up with. So a lot of times the pieces of paper really kind of dictate more of what's going to happen than me. Especially, that's what's so great about keeping pieces that you've already torn or cut, because you just never know when they're going to pop up again and play a really deciding factor in how you want to work with the collage. So I'm loving this tear here that can just kind of curve around her head. And so I really think that this piece here is really going to dictate how I use other pieces here. And then this was kind of cut in a way that is going to work right here. So I'm pretty sure I want to use this piece and this piece. And just kind of figure out how I want to resolve what's going on up here with them. And that's where I'm going to start, are these two pieces, and then go from there. So I have succumbed to this blue up here, and by doing that, it all of a sudden makes it read like a hat, because it's matching this. It looks like it's some kind of uniform or just a hat that belongs to this outfit. Without it, you can maybe, of course this piece is making it read like a piece of a hat, but it still can read as hair this way. And if I put this down and maybe another piece in here where it's not quite so, yeah, something more like this, it still can kind of read as like a big bouffant hairdo. But once I added this, it now kind of became a hat that matched this outfit. And I think I want to do that. So I'm going to add this little piece. somewhere. I'm not exactly sure if I put it here, bring it up, bring it down. I think I like it better down here. And then this piece can kind of just be part of the hat, I guess, or however anybody wants to read it. But I'm gonna do that, and then hopefully it'll be done, and then I can go in and start drawing on the face. I want to leave this all black. I think it's a nice balance to have some smaller pieces with some larger pieces. It just compositionally, it's a nicer read. Okay, there it is. So this piece here, it's subtle. You know, it's not saying, it's not screaming, you know, look at me, which is what you want. You don't want it to be too obvious. And I like the play. It's nice to have a fleck of white up here because it is down here. It just allows the eye to travel up here because these are like eye stoppers, these flecks of white. So it's nice to have it traveling throughout the piece. So I think that was probably a good choice. And let's see, I guess that is it. And have these darker values kind of allow your eye to travel this way with the darker values. It's a lot of torn edges, which I'm liking. Yeah, your eye just wants to keep traveling through it, so that is good. And now I'm just going to go in and work on her face. Okay, I'm working from the image that I attached with this lesson. I have my, let's see, hard drawing pencil. So I'm being a good girl and using a real drawing pencil. And I have a kneaded eraser. And I also want you to know that I put away all my collage pieces, like the diligent artist that I am. Cleaned up my mess, so I feel good. And I'm just gonna see what I got here, see what I want to do, and just lightly at first start to build this up. If you just want to put the features in, that's fine. I'm putting in some shading. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I mean, I can put a little bit of shading. I don't have to do it all. But since this is a dark piece, maybe this is a good opportunity to do that, just so that you can just darken up the face a little bit. I think it'll just read as a whole better. I think what I'm going to do is just make sure I have things in place, then I'll go in with a dark pencil and start to add some punch. finding the different values within the darks. And when you do, it just makes for a more interesting image. Start to train your eye to see them.